Hello there guys, and welcome back to another Forza Horizon 5 video on my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be taking you through the autumn/storm season of Series 7 in Horizon 5, giving you all the tips and tricks to unlock as many points in this season and to unlock this week's seasonal rewards. So for 20 points here we have the brand new Ferrari California T, which is exclusive because it is one of the new cars that is coming in Series 7. However, it isn't technically new because it was in Horizon 4. They've just labelled it as new as if it's brand new to the franchise, but it isn't because it was in Horizon 4. No idea why it wasn't in Horizon 5 at launch, but here it is. I do believe this is a convertible unless we've got like the hard top version, so I'm not sure whether you can actually lower the roof on it, but either way, a nice Ferrari to be added and labelled as new. And then for 40 points we have the hard to find Jaguar XKRS GT from 2015. This is another exclusive that's only available in festival playlists, Forzathon shops and the auction house. In other words, neither of these cars can be bought in the auto show, and both of them are going to be quite expensive in the coming weeks when the prices rise in the auction house. So I highly recommend you keep watching this video, get as many points as you can to unlock both of them cars, because they will definitely be a good addition to your collection, and also will get you a lot of money if you wanted to sell them in a few weeks. You may also notice that my credits have gone up since last week's video. I've now got nearly 80 million. I sold a couple of rare cars such as the Neo EP9 and stuff like that I didn't think I'd need for 20 million, and a couple for like 16 million, 12 million. So yeah, I'm up to about 80 million now. I did try selling the Mini Cooper Forza edition, you know, the electric weird one, but nobody would buy it for 19 million, so you know, I'm not quite at 100 yet. But anyway, let's get into today's video, and before I do need to say a massive shout out to Cole Pam. A few weeks ago, or was it about a couple of months ago now actually, maybe a month and a half ago, he won the 250 subscriber competition that we live streamed on the channel, so that is available if you want to re-watch that. And he won it, getting the most points overall throughout all of the races. So his reward was basically a shout out in every video for a few weeks. I'll probably keep this going until maybe the end of May, and I am thinking of something a bit more adventurous for the next maybe competition or giveaway I do, maybe at 300 subscribers. Hopefully I can get some kind of merch kind of available, or if I get a few more credits I'll be able to do maybe like a 50 million credit giveaway by buying cars on the auction house, for example. And stuff like that. I'll try and think of something more adventurous, because I know a shout out, although it's quite good, you do get new subscribers, it's not really the best reward, and I do understand that. I will try to think of something more adventurous, and if you've got any ideas you can let me know in the comments down below. Additionally, in the series we've got the 80 point prize as well, which if you didn't if you got as many points as you could in summer, I've got 44 out of 54, then you'll be well on your way to getting the Ferrari SF90. This car is this car is brand new to the series. It's not new as in apostrophe marks like the California T, so I'd highly recommend getting as many points in this season to unlock that as well, and then be on your way towards the Ferrari 599 GTO, which is a returning car from one of the first year. I think it was Series 2 or 3. So let's get into today's video then, and we'll be starting with this week's weekly Forzathon challenge, Lowball. Okay then, so I'm going to try and whiz through this Forzathon because it's a nice, fun and easy one this week. And I don't want to spend too much time on it because I have a habit of spending too much time at the start of the video and leaving myself with not enough time at the end, meaning the video's turning on 40 minutes long, which is just too long for a YouTube video. I prefer kind of 25-30 minutes, so I'm going to try and whiz through this one. So before we start, this will get you 5 points towards the festival playlist, and it'll also get you 80 Forzathon points or 160 Forzathon points if you own a La Casa Solagera house, which comes free with VIP, and this gets you double Forzathon points in any Forzathon related event. So for Chapter 1, Lowball Raptor, you need to own and drive the 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. So this is available in the auto show, and as you can see here, it is 63,000 credits in the auto show. So head over to the auto show or the car collection and you can buy this car for 63,000 credits. I've got a B-class tune that I used last week for the event lap, so if you want to download that, it's shared under my Gamertag Shylo 2017, probably as event lap. It's got 480 horsepower, it's just shy of 2 tonne. It's not the fastest, but it is a really nice car to use, also running the rally kind of off-road tyres as well. So once you've got in your Raptor, you don't have to apply a tune, however it's pretty slow stock, so I'd highly recommend you do, whether it be my tune, you may want to tune it yourself or download somebody else's tune. I'd highly recommend putting a tune on, it'll make your life a lot more fun and easy. Moving on then to Chapter 2, Unstoppable. This wants you to win any cross-country event in your Ford Raptor, so whether it be a circuit race or a sprint race, any cross-country event is all you need for this one. So to make it easier, filter to cross-country racing events on your map, and then you can pick any. So you might pick one of these circuits here, or you might pick one of the sprints. Just pick any and win it. I've found that using custom blueprints doesn't always work, it's a bit hit and miss, so if I were you, I'd just pick one random one off the map. And you can set your difficulty, driver tag difficulty, to anything in Forzathon events, but do make sure if you're lowering it below highly skilled, that you turn it back up to highly skilled for the championships. I will mention that again later just to remind you. So win any cross-country event, and that is Chapter 2 completed. Moving on then, Express Delivery wants you to earn 9 stars from Trailblazers. So again, head over to your map, and to make your life easier, filter to Trailblazers. And so there they are. So just pick any Trailblazer. You might want to pick one that takes you a bit off-road, for example the Grand Yas one. You can go a bit off-road on this one. One that I wouldn't recommend taking is one of the ones like this that are in the city, like the seasonal one, and maybe one like this where it's quite predominant on speed and being on the road. So pick any Trailblazer and you just need to get 9 stars. So if you get 3 stars every time, you'll only need to do it 3 times, any different, and you do the maths until it pops up to be 9 stars completed. Doing so will move you on to the final chapter, Chapter 4, Through Rain and Shine. For this one, all you need to do is earn 500,000 total skill score. So do pay attention to the total. You do not have to get this all in one, as it is a total, so you may do like 10 separate skill chains, and once it adds up to 500,000, it will pop up. And you can also keep track of it next to the chapter progress. It isn't showing up for mine because I haven't gone past Chapter 2 yet. But when you're on Chapter 4, you'll see how many out of 500,000 skill score you've got, so you can keep track of when you need to stop in case of crashing into anything. So if you're timesing it by 5, that's obviously 100,000. If you're doing it in separate ones, you might want to do 20,000 times 5 and do that 5 times to get you 500,000. Whichever way you do it, get 500,000 total skill score, and you'll have completed this week's weekly Forzathon challenge, Lowball. For any daily Forzathon challenges, let me know if you need any help with these in the comment section down below. I'm not going to go through them now, but they do pop up once every day at 3:30 PM GMT, and they last for 7 days each. So all apart from the ones active now will last into next season. So you've got 7 days to do them, so do not panic. If you're struggling at all, then let me know in the comments down below. And you can spend these Forzathon points in the Horizon Forzathon Shop, which this week consists of the Toyota Terreno AE86 and also the Porsche Panamera Turbo, among the Ferrari Raider Lion Face Mask, the Tiger Raw Horn, Super Wheel Spins and Normal Wheel Spins. Out of this, I'd highly recommend getting the Toyota Terreno for 700 Forzathon points. I know it's a lot of Forzathon points, but this car is rarer than you think, and it's a really, really nice drift car and also a race car as well. Another Forzathon related event this week as well that will get you some Forzathon points for completing it is the Horizon Arcade. All you need to do is look out for the pink circles that pop up on your map every 15 minutes. Go to one of them, enter, maybe drift, wreckage, air, etc. Complete all 3 rounds of Horizon Arcade and you'll get yourself 30 or 60 Forzathon points, as well as 3 points towards the festival playlist. Now then for the trial, which this week will get you the Hoonigan RS200 and 10 points towards the festival playlist. If you do the maths, that is half of what you need to get the Ferrari California T and a quarter of what you need to get the Jaguar. So doing the trial is a great way to get as many points as you can in 2 or 3 races, depending on how many you win. So essentially the trial is a co-op team, so if you've got a convoy of 6 people, it will be you 6 versus 6 driver tires. If you're doing it on your own or maybe with one other friend, you're probably pretty much guaranteed to be up to with up to as many randoms that take you up to 6 players on your team versus 6 driver tires. So you might be with 5 randoms, 4 randoms, however many. You usually have 6 people on your team against 6 driver tires, and essentially you're working as a team to beat the driver tires to get as many points as you can. If you win the first 2 races overall, then you will not have to do the 3rd race, so doing 2 or 3 races will get you 10 points in the Hoonigan RS200. The Hoonigan, by the way, is a very good car for PR stunts, so I'd highly recommend that you do this. However, you do need Xbox Live Gold to be able to do this and the Hall of Fame unlocked. If you don't have the Hall of Fame unlocked, I did a guide near the start of the release of Horizon 5, so you can find that on my channel if you scroll back through the videos. And also, if you team up with somebody in a convoy who has it unlocked, you'll be able to do it and get the points. It just won't mark it gold, so you won't think that you've done it, but technically you have. So this week then, the trial requires B-Class Modern Rally and it is dirt racing. Do remember that it is against unbeatable driver tires, so I'd highly recommend you come tuned, whether it be my tune, your tune or somebody else's tune, and also make sure you don't ram your teammates, but feel free to ram the AI and expect to be rammed back. Okay then, so I've got a few cars for you this week, so the first of which is the 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 8, and so this one has got 312 horsepower, however it isn't very grippy due to there being no rear wing. It's running off-road race tyres, and this tune can be found under my Gamertag. Additionally, we have the 2008 Mitsubishi Evo 10. This one has 340 horsepower, is also got full weight reduction, and is also running off-road race tyres. This one is probably the better option out of the 2. And then if we move over here, we also have the 2005 Subaru Impreza WRX Sdi. This one's running 320 horsepower, and it's actually the most expensive out of the 3, but it is only 51,000. So any of these 3 will do you the best. I'll probably be taking the 2008 Evo 10. Okay then, so this week we also have another Event Lab feature. This time it is from Subi156, and they present Baja California Stage. Semi-enduro rally stage with dirt, sand and asphalt that will test your skills of being a rally driver. Doing this will get you 3 points towards the festival playlist and a mini X-Raid for doing so. For this you will need any car, so pretty much any car from any class. If you're being smart, you might want to use something like the Hoonigan RS200 because that's a rally car. You might want to use an Evo, something like that, to make it feel like you're actually in a rally car. Or you can just go absolutely mental and use a Ferrari FXXK. It's completely up to you. Pick any car, so I'm not going to suggest any cars from this because it's just so vast. I'd highly recommend you make it tuned, so it's going to be a bit more fun, but literally any car, any tune, and that'll do you fine. Okay then, so we also have another seasonal playground games this week, which is Black Jaguar, and this will get you a Farid Raider Lion race suit and also 3 points towards the festival playlist. Remember, with games, you're on a team of up to 6 versus another team of up to 6, and even if you're on the losing team, you will still get the reward. So essentially there is no point in quitting if you're losing or about to lose, because you'll still get the reward for finishing in 2nd place out of the teams. So basically just have a bit of fun. You obviously try to win, but if you don't be too disappointed because you will still get the reward anyway. But it's a lion race suit, so yeah, maybe you don't want to do that. Anyway, so this week you need an A-Class Jaguar for this, and it is, I believe, at the airport. Okay then, so I've only got 1 car tunes this week. However, if it doesn't work, I've got another recommendation, and I'll try to get it tuned later. So I've chosen the 2018 Jaguar I-Pace. Now you might be thinking, Shylo, that's banned. Now yes, it's correct. It's banned from like online racing, ranked racing. However, I'm not sure that it's banned from seasonal playground games, so I've gone with a bit of a pun. Sorry, a punt. whatever the word is. I've maxed it out. You can't actually get it into S1 class, to be honest with you. I'm on full slick tyres, full weight reduction, max amount of power, and thickest tyres, etc. You can't actually get it into S1 class. However, it's only 87,000 in the auto show. It's a really, really cool car. I've actually been a passenger in one of them, and it's really, really cool. So 500 horsepower, really good option. However, if this doesn't work, I'd recommend taking, for example, a Jaguar XF or the Jaguar XES. I've got a B-class tune for the Jaguar XES, so if that doesn't work, and if somebody lets me know in the comments, I'll work on making an A-class tune for it, but hopefully the Jaguar will work for you there. Now then, for this week's seasonal Air Pr Stunts. So we've got a Speed Trap, a Trailblazer and a Speed Zone, all of which will get you a super wheel spin. Never mind, they won't. The Elgancho and the City Escape will get you a super wheel spin. However, the Cabal Blanco will get you a Nissan R390. All of them will get you 2 points, however, towards the festival playlist, so 6 points in total for completing all of these PR stunts. So firstly, we'll start off with the Cabal Blanco Speed Trap. For this one, you'll need a B-class Mitsubishi, and as you can see here, it's at the very top of the map by the canyon. You'll need 130 miles an hour in your B-class Mitsubishi. I'd probably recommend coming around the corner here, cutting the corner and going up the hill, unless you want to try and come down the hill and get enough speed. So you have actually already seen the cars that I've got available with this one earlier when I was talking about the trial. However, just as a quick reminder, we've got the 2004 Mitsubishi Evo 8 and also the Mitsubishi Evo 10. I'm going to be using the Evo 8 for this one just because it has more top speed. Okay then, so I'm kind of hoping for the best here, as I'm not exactly sure if it's going to go well or not, but let's just hope that we get enough speed. Sugar. I was trying to cheese the lines too much in there. Let's just say it didn't exactly work. I'm not going to lie, but it doesn't look like we're going to have enough speed.
Turn left.
I'd just like to point that out. Okay, so we got 106 miles an hour, which means we need 24 miles an hour more. I'm not really sure how the hell you're supposed to complete that one, to be honest with you, because it doesn't really work. So all I can say is you're going to have to start all the way around here and get a massive run up to stand any chance. However, I have seen that some of these PR stunts are a bit impossible this week. I don't know whether they've mistyped with it or they've kind of fiddle around with the car restrictions and then forgot to change it so that it's actually possible to do it in that car restriction. Anyway, I'm not going to have any more attempts of this on camera because it's going to take too long, but all I can say is it's a bit difficult. Moving on then to one that I hope to be actually possible, we have the Elgancho Speeder. The Elgancho Speed Zone. I had a bit of a malfunction there and forgot what the hell I was supposed to be saying. For this you will need an A-class Porsche, and as you can see it's an off-road speed zone here. You'll need 74 miles an hour for this one, so it's actually 1 mile an hour less than the seasonal objective, the 3-star objective. So I would say you come down here, you brake very hard here, and then you come round there. So that's essentially how I plan to do this one. Okay, so for this one I have chosen to use the 1989 Porsche 944 Turbo. It's running off-road race tyres, it's got around 400 horsepower, so this is going to be a really good option in my opinion. Tune can be found under my Gamertag Shylo 2017. As mentioned, I've started from this side. You can actually cut through the tree there. You've got to brake quite hard, and if you follow the camber around there you can get around there pretty easily. 74 mile an hour is the season objective, and there we have 88.39 miles an hour. So this one is actually very, very easy compared to the other two, as you'll now find out when we head on to the Trailblazer. Okay then, so this week's Trailblazer is called City Escape, and it requires a B-class Volkswagen. So this is the one in the city where you've got to get to the destination. It's kind of up here kind of thing. So you need 44 seconds left on the clock, so essentially you only have about 21 seconds from when you hit the gate. It's actually very, very hard from what I've seen, so we're just going to have to see what we can do here. Okay then, so as you can see here, I've got 4 options that I've selected. I've got quite a lot of Volkswagens tuned, but I feel like these ones are going to be the best. So we've got the 2003 Volkswagen Golf R32. This one's got quite a lot of power, and it's also pretty grippy. It's on sport tyres. We've got the VW Golf GTR from 1983. This one's not got very much power, but I thought maybe it'd be alright because of the grip. The 2010 Golf R seems to be quite grippy, and then we've got the Golf R 2014 that we used for the really difficult speed trap a few months ago with drag tyres, 400 horsepower. So I think I'm going to try that one first. If it doesn't work, I'll head over to the R32. All of these tunes can be found under my Gamertag at Shylo 2017. For this one as well, I'd also recommend setting yourself a waypoint kind of near where the Trailblazer finishes. It'll help you, especially because you're in the city and you can't see exactly where it finishes. So you're going to send it through the start gate here, you're going to ride around here, then we're going to get our clogs down. I'm going to absolutely send it along here, then we have to get on the brakes hard here. Try not to hit anything, and we absolutely send it up here. Okay, so 43.5, so a half a second quicker. I think I can do that. I'm going to do it off camera, but that is definitely how you need to do it. You need a lot of power, and you just need to go pretty much full send on this one. However, it is quite difficult. So after a couple of attempts, I managed to get the City Escape Trailblazer completed with 44.5 seconds left on the clock. A quick note for the Cabal or Blanco one. I've actually watched the video after recording the clip for that one, and I've heard that it's actually better to start on this road here and come down the hill, although you do need to probably go in manual transmission and try and keep the cars so that they're not shifting and therefore losing speed like it does in the automatic transmission, if that makes sense. So you've got to try and carry as much speed as you can around the corner like this dude is doing. However, you probably want to stay on the road a bit more, and that's kind of the way to do that one. However, it is very, very hard. Not sure what the developers were thinking this week, because they're supposed to be completable and not like an hour long challenge, but there we go, that is the 3 PR stuff. Moving on then, this week we have 2 more seasonal championships. The first one is called Cross Countryside. It will get you 5 points towards the festival playlist and a Mexican hat dance car horn. So for this one you need a B class off-road, and as mentioned in the name, it is cross country. Okay then, so the first car I have to suggest for you is the Ford Ranger T6 Rally Raid from 2014. This tune is by WodeFjandi. If I show you his gamertag, and I'll have to go down because he's not online. Okie dokie, so this is him here, so WodeFjandi, but it's pronounced WodeFjandi. So this is his tune on the Ford Ranger T6, 500 horsepower using the V8 diesel engine, so that's a good choice for you. However, I've also got a tune for the 2018 Porsche Macan Rally Raid. This one's got nearly 500 horsepower using the flat 6 engine. It's also a bit lighter as well, so either of these will hopefully be okay. Make sure your driver tire difficulty is set to highly skilled or above. Okay then, so the other seasonal championship this week is called Second Home and requires you to use the sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm on about. We'll get you another 5 points towards the festival playlist, and we'll win you the 1973 Nissan GTR Skyline. It requires you to use an S1 class Nissan. Sorry for the malfunction in there. I don't know what's happening today. So S1 class Nissan, and it is street racing, this one. So this is obviously going to be a good one for the big JDM fans. For this one I've got 2 GTRs available. So firstly we've got the 2012 GTR Black Edition R35 with my Japan livery and my S1 Road tune. And we also have the 2017 GTR 35 with 750 horsepower, also very slightly lighter and pretty similar build. However, the main difference is that this is running like stock tyres, I think, and this is running semi-slicks or something. So the 2012 one is definitely grippier, so I'll probably be using that one, and it's also very nice with my Japan livery. If you want to download that and support me as well, I'd greatly appreciate that. Okay then, so this week's photo challenge, hashtag cultural heritage, wants you to photograph any cult car in Teotihuacan. I always butcher the pronunciation of that, I'll try it again. Teotihuacan. That's a bit better, but I know I've still butchered it. Apologies, I do apologise. My pronunciation of these places is not very good at all. So this will get you 2 points and a white modern Weber dress clothing item. So basically you're going to want to get in any cult car, so go into your garage to make it easier for you, filter to cult cars and then get in any and go to the Teotihuacan. Again, I've butchered that. So we've got these, all of these are cult cars. So these are just the ones that I've got in my garage. There may be some others that I don't own. Then you're going to want to go over to your map. To make it easier, you could filter just the landmarks, but essentially where it is, it's this drag strip here. So this drag strip just below the Horizon Street scene, just below this kind of cloverleaf junction. Go anywhere on this drag strip. This is the Teotihuacan place kind of thing, and this will photo your cult card there with maybe one of the pyramids in, and that will essentially be your photo challenge completed. Okay then, so just the one Horizon Open challenge this week, and it's called Spread the Joy. It will win you a brains Forza link reward. Not really sure why we need so many of the same letter there, but anyway. It'll also get you 2 points towards the festival playlist. So this simply requires you to infect 3 players in infected or survival playground games. So essentially you can do this in the seasonal playground games if you're lucky enough for that round to come up. If not, you can go across the Horizon Open and you can play the playground games in Horizon Open, or you can go to any of the playground games locations on the map. So for example the Aerodromo, there's the Baja circuit area thingy, or whatever the other one is. You can go there and enter playground games there with your friends, and essentially infected and survival are the same games, but when you're infected, you're trying to infect the other team with your zombie kind of thingy, and when you're in survival you're trying to run away from the zombies essentially. So yeah, when you're playing the 2 teams, that's essentially what it is. And when you're infecting people, not when you're surviving, when you're infecting people, you just need to infect 3 people. That is essentially what this challenge is asking. I know it's a bit wordy when the way they've worded it, but that's essentially what it means. And finally then, for this week's festival playlist, we have the monthly rivals at the Player Azul circuit, where you'll be driving the Ferrari SF90, which you may remember is at 80 points in the overall series. So essentially click on it here, or go across to online rivals and across the monthly rivals. They are the 2 ways that you can enter, and essentially you just need to post a clean lap to complete it. If you completed this in summer, it will already be completed, like mine is. If you complete it this week or in winter or spring, it will add the points on, because it's a monthly event, therefore the points will be added on for the weeks that you haven't completed it in, but it will therefore be completed. To post a clean lap, it essentially just needs to have the time and nothing next to it. If your time has like an exclamation mark within a box next to it, that means it's flagged or dirty. You don't want that exclamation mark. So essentially you just need to not use rewind, not miss checkpoints, and not hit walls, and that is essentially all you need to do. You do not have to beat your rival. You can go around and take 40 minutes if you want to. All you need to do is post a clean lap, then quit, and it will be completed. Okay then, so that is pretty much it for this week's Autumn/Storm season in Horizon 5. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, a like and subscribe would be massively appreciated. We're getting even closer to 300 subscribers. It's just pretty insane, to be honest with you, so I cannot thank you enough. Don't forget to Don't forget to check out Cole Palm's channel. I'll leave a link in the description, and also his icon on the end screen if you want to check him out. He does multiple like world record videos and clips, so I'd highly recommend you check his channel out. He's an amazing person, and as I said, I will work on getting a better prize next time for the competition. So for now, if you've got any suggestions on videos, or if you've got any clips you want to send me, then you can send me them in the comments on Xbox or on Discord. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support, guys, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye!